Hey everybody, this is Marlon75. It's time for the Transformers 5 discussion, and this time around we're just going to be talking about one thing in particular, and that is Megatron. So thanks to Red Goblin from Transformer World 2005, we have a better look at what Megatron's face actually does look like, because Michael Bay recently released a full high-res version of that photo that we previously saw on Instagram, and he ended up taking the image and he brightened it up to kind of see what the darkness kind of covered up. So we can see his full face now and lower portion of his body, and it looks kind of like G1-esque, and not in a way where it's like, oh, this looks like G1 Megatron, but it has a bit of a helmet shape that could kind of remind you of G1 Megatron in a way. I mean, it still has the tusks and stuff, but if you kind of, squint a little bit, you can see like, oh, it kind of has that same helmet shape. But that is not the intriguing thing about this. The intriguing thing about this Megatron render is the Cybertronian markings that we see on his forehead. And something that I had no clue about was that there are actually is a Cybertronian alphabet out there. And you see, I always thought, like, compared to like Star Trek with the Klingon and stuff like that, with Transformers they just kind of made up the Cybertronian, like it doesn't really have any specific value when they throw out the Cybertronian characters. That's what I always assumed, but apparently there is a Cybertronian alphabet out there, so I might have to go back and look at some old Transformers movies and see like maybe some hidden stuff they got there. But so let's focus on Megatron's forehead here, and he has Cybertronian markings on both the left and the right side, and they go from down up. So there's two words written there, and thanks to my handy-dandy Cybertronian dictionary and some help from Transformer World members that did this translating, and kind of discovered this, on the left side it actually does say Megatron in Cybertronian, so I guess that's pretty cool. If you start at the bottom, it's, up to the top, spells that out. There is a whole Cybertronian, like this is A, this is B, it's just cool stuff. Never knew. But what's really intriguing about this Megatron render is on the right side of the forehead there is another word, and that other word spells out night, which that is very, very weird that it would say that on Megatron. Now, does this mean that Megatron is a knight? Does he have some kind of association with knights? It has to be something I would feel important to the story, that Megatron would have knight written on him. Does this come after maybe the creators maybe get a hold of him or something like that? Because Megatron has had no association at all to the Knights, which only came up in Transformers 4, and we found out that Optimus had some kind of association with Knights, and that maybe he was a Knight. But Megatron, I mean, we know that Optimus Prime called him brother in the first movie, which a lot of people, including myself, just kind of wiped off as like, oh, brothers and fellow Cybertronian, something like that. But, maybe what if it's deeper than that, and they actually were brothers or something like that. I mean, I just find it weird that Knight is written on Megatron's head in Cybertronian. Like, that's like really, really interesting, and I feel like that would have a fairly large bearing on the film, because they wouldn't just add that in there. I mean, so it really, really intrigues me about what that could possibly mean for Megatron. And, we still have this whole thing of, Megatron compared to Galvatron. Are they going to end up being two separate characters based off of, well, Galvatron is just pretty much an infected Megatron inside of the man-made Transformer? Is there going to be some kind of like split personality thing where Megatron kind of tears away from Galvatron? We really don't know how it's going to work out yet, or maybe it's just simply Galvatron is Megatron, Megatron is Galvatron, and he just gets a new body that says Knight on it. So we really don't know about all that yet, just pretty much all speculation. But, like I said, I just find it like it could be a very important plot hint to the movie that Megatron does have Knight written on his head in Cybertronian. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think this means? I mean, of course we know that Megatron, that's Megatron, so the left side of his forehead is really kind of a moot point. But the right side, it says knight. So what do you guys think that means? Is Megatron a knight, or maybe it's just kind of like, you know, anything really? So let me know your ideas in the comment section below, and make sure to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And make sure to also send me any on-set photos that you might see while in Detroit, and then in the future, if you're watching this video when they're in England or something like that, if you want to send me some stuff, my email is in the description box below, marlonfantasy95@gmail.com, so you can send me those and I will put those on an upcoming show. And until next time, I am MarlonFantasy95.